Hi guys.
Hi.
Welcome back.
We're here.
Welcome back to our channel.
We should do that actually. We're gonna read Reddit stories, so please keep watching
and listening
and
liking and subscribing.
Yes, all the
And
things.
sharing with your grandma.
And we'll just hop right into the episode.
Yeah, we are doing Am I the Asshole? So I'm gonna start. Title is Am I the Asshole for Exposing My Wife's Affair at Our Anniversary Dinner? My 35 male wife, 34 female, and I just had our 10-year anniversary. I planned a fancy dinner with our close friends and family. Everything was great until I noticed my wife acting weird with her phone. I glanced over and saw "Good night, babe" from a name I didn't recognize. I excused myself, went to the restroom, and did something I probably shouldn't have. I checked her phone. She placed it on her coat hanging from the chair. Turns out she's been having an affair with Mark, a coworker. Explicit text, plans to meet up, even complaints about me. I was furious. Instead of confronting her privately, I stood up, tapped my glass, and said, I just want to thank everyone for coming to celebrate our love, and a special thanks to Mark for keeping my wife entertained when I'm not around. Then I walked out. She's been crying and saying I humiliated her. Our friends are split. Some say she deserved it. Others think I went too far. So, am I the asshole?
I just read this on my page.
Did you really?
But I thought it was fake. After I read it, I was like,
yeah, I was reading
that's
it.
all.
I feel like it's fake.
I was like, that's all you said? Because if I found out my person was having an affair. Yeah, I guess. But it's like, why are you not giving any detail? Like, we're just on our 10-year anniversary and I know. Also, why are you planning a fancy dinner with your close friends and family for your 10-year anniversary?
People do that.
Wild.
I know. I've always thought that's so weird when people have like parties with their friends for an anniversary. I'm like, I don't care how long
unless
you've
it's
been
married. Like a vow renewal.
Or if it's like 30, 50, 60, 80 years of being... That's a long time. of being married, but 10 years? Wow.
10 years?
Good job.
Okay.
You made it a normal amount of time.
Like, no. I'm not coming to your 10-year anniversary unless you're paying for the dinner.
Well, they probably are.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Then I'll come. But
then I'll
am I supposed to get you a present? Like, happy 10 years? I don't know. It's none of my business how long you've been together.
Yeah, I don't care. I really don't. I mean, if this is true,
then slay.
I don't think you're an asshole.
Obviously. Who cares? Do whatever. If your wife is cheating and having an affair, I think it's...
What she did's way worse than what you just did.
I think there are a lot of things that are excusable to do in that scenario.
You
like
should have
dumping
her.
Well, not that. dumping her plate of food on her head or something.
Punch.
Probably not.
Punching Mark, at least.
Mark? Oh, the guy. Well, he's not there.
Well,
you know, punch your phone.
I would say, oh my God, you should invite Mark over one day and then punch him.
Yes. Well, I don't think she would invite him over.
Well, just be like,
she was having an affair.
Go out with your coworkers sometime.
Yeah, Mark specifically.
And she's stupid, so she's probably like, okay, yeah, I'll invite Mark. This is a fake story anyway.
Yeah,
probably,
let's move on to the next
story. My fake responses. Did you read all of these on your
No.
Okay.
That's the only one I read.
If it's on
the title of the next story is, Am I the Asshole for Telling a Coworker About Another Coworker's Dietary Restriction? Recently, we had an office party with lots of food. We made sure every dietary restriction was met. Options for vegans, gluten-free, kosher. At the end of the party, all of the party, no one had touched the gluten-free items. My coworker, G, asked me if I wanted them or else she would throw them away. I said no, but I know our coworker A was gluten-free, and it might be good to offer her the leftovers. So G goes over to A's desk and says something along the lines of, hey, I heard you were gluten-free and wanted to know if you wanted these. A immediately turns around and gives me a nasty look. I was so confused. After G left, I went over to A's desk and asked her what was wrong. She said she was disgusted that I'm telling her secrets to everyone and that she doesn't like people to know her personal business, and this is one of those things she doesn't like to tell others. I was shocked. When A told me she was gluten-free, she mentioned it so casually when discussing recipes. She also never said anything about it being a secret. I told her this and that I was just trying to be nice by making sure someone who could use the food had it. A said that I could have just taken them and asked her and that it's just none of my business to spread around about her. She said it's basically the same as outing someone's sexuality. She has now been avoiding me at work for a week. We used to be good work friends. I'm confused, y'all. I really didn't know dietary restrictions were supposed to be a secret. Maybe it's just something I'm not aware about. So please let me know. Am I the asshole for telling a coworker about another coworker's dietary restriction?
No.
What?
That coworker's crazy.
Wait, are you not gonna, if you're at like the office party, did you not say? Like, would you not be like, hey, I'm gluten-free, I can't eat this? You just...
Obviously not. She's thinks it's like being gay.
What the hell?
Like, as if...
How is that comparative in any way, shape, or form?
I would understand if she was like, oh, she has celiac disease. Like, okay, maybe don't say that. But she
Isn't
just said,
that what you're gluten-free for?
some people are just gluten-free. But, like, maybe she is gluten-free because of celiac. But, like, it's not like the coworker was like, yeah, she
has a
actually has
disease.
celiac disease,
Yeah.
so she's gluten-free.
Yeah.
Like, she just said, oh, she doesn't eat gluten.
But even then, it's like...
Who cares? Nobody cares.
I mean, I don't know. It's weird.
It's weird, bro.
What the hell? I can't believe you outed my sexuality of being gluten-free.
It's the dumbest story
That's
ever.
the dumbest. That's actually the dumbest, like, excuse I've ever heard. Like, the fact that she would compare it to that.
She could have just been like, hey, girl, like, it's fine that you did this, but, like, don't tell anybody else. I didn't
But
really
why do you know? Why are you gatekeeping that you're gluten-free, girl?
It's like, okay, if you don't want me to tell anyone, then tell me that, because otherwise it's not that big of a deal.
It's wild.
That's like,
That's
I'm
like,
lactose intolerant. Oh,
That's
don't
like-
tell anybody, though.
I don't like pineapple. She doesn't like pineapple. Why would you
Why would
tell
you tell
her
her
that? I don't like
I
pineapple.
don't believe that.
Like, what? That's
the
so
dumbest
scary.
thing ever.
I'm actually scared of that. Like,
I
genuinely.
cannot.
I'm terrified.
Am I the asshole for refusing to babysit my sister's kids after she embarrassed me at a family dinner? So I, 17 female, have an older sister, Lisa, 27 female, who has 3 kids. 6 male, 4 female, and 2 female. She's always asking me to babysit for free. I usually do it because I love my nieces and nephew, but lately I feel like she's been taking advantage of me. Last weekend we had a big family dinner at my parents' house. Everything was fine until my mom jokingly mentioned how I've been focusing on school a lot lately, and Lisa goes, yeah, because she doesn't have a life otherwise. No boyfriend, no social life, just stuck at home doing math. I laughed it off at first, but she kept going, making jokes about how I'm basically a live-in nanny and how she's doing me a favor by giving me something to do. The whole table was laughing, and I was sitting there embarrassed as hell. My dad even said, Lisa, that's enough, but she shrugged it off. I was so mad that I decided right then and there that I was done. The next time she texted me, hey, can you watch the kids Saturday? I just replied, no, I'm busy. She asked me with what, and I said, finding a life. Now she's furious, saying I'm being childish and punishing her kids over a joke. Even my mom is saying I should be the bigger person, but I feel like if I don't set a boundary now, she'll keep walking all over me. Am I the asshole? No.
Some people be doing too much. Why are you gonna be asking are you the asshole when you damn well know you're not the asshole?
I know.
Sometimes I'm like, hello.
I know.
Obviously
she was
not.
Only 17 though.
Okay, so, yeah, true. I missed that part.
But
that she was 17. But girl, I mean,
also, like, I get her sister was joking, but she definitely took it too far.
Yeah,
like,
what?
She could have just been like, no, like.
Also, it's like mean that you're not appreciating that she does that for you.
Yeah, and also you can't pay your sister.
Yeah, what?
Like, she's in school, like 17. Like, you could give her some money or like
Something.
get her a gift card somewhere, like to thank her. Like,
I mean, you could even give her like $20. It's not like you have to pay her by the hour, but like maybe
No.
something.
Like, get her a nice gift card or like a gift and be like, thank you so much. Like, it doesn't have to be every time, but be thankful because that's free childcare.
Yeah.
Childcare is expensive. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's like actually so annoying. Childcare and also you're entrusting this person with taking care of your child. So and like thank God that she's keeping your kids safe.
Yeah, like thank God you can trust her.
Yeah, because people be so also to not have to worry about getting a babysitter because there's so many scary instances. Like I just saw a video on TikTok where this nanny left the kid in the car for 5 hours.
Oh, I didn't see that.
You didn't see that?
No. What?
She left the kid in a hot car for 5 hours, like 150 degrees.
Live?
I don't know. I just saw like the beginning of the police footage. was the mom screaming like really loud, like, I can't do this. Like she was so it was really sad.
No, I would be
It was
traumatized.
really sad. She's freaking out, like
Why would that person
wanting
do
to like
that?
kill her. She like
I would
wanted
wanna
to
kill her,
yeah.
too.
She's like, I would want to punch something so bad. I would want to punch her in the face so bad, and then kick her in both her shins.
Yeah.
And make her go to the hospital.
Run her over with the car.
Yeah, actually. Because what's crazy is that you had one job. You had one job.
I don't understand how people don't have anxiety.
Right? When I was babysitting, when
my
I
God.
nannied for like a year, this little like baby, and she would, even before, I've babysat so much, but this baby that I babysat for like a year and a half, she was like a year old, and she would take naps, 1 or 2 naps a day.
Yeah.
I literally would have to go in there and like look at her chest, see if it's breathing and going up and down.
Yeah.
Because if it was like even 20 minutes and I heard no noise,
I'd be
even though
scared.
like she's sleeping,
I'd
she
be
doesn't have to make
scared.
noise, I'd literally think she was dying or something, and I'd be so scared. Like,
Yeah.
I do that with my cats even. I think they're dying. I'm like, are you breathing? Like,
That's crazy.
even Jack, I'll wake up in the middle of the night and be
Are you
like, is he breathing?
Is he alive?
Like, how can you have genuinely no care for a human life? That
None
much.
at all.
Especially a little innocent
I know.
girl or a little
hope
innocent
that baby's
child.
Okay.
I know. I don't know what happened. I hope that. But, 5 hours in that heat is really crazy.
Oh.
Like, couldn't even, I mean, not saying you should ever leave a kid in the car, but you couldn't have even opened the window.
Why did she leave it in the car?
I don't know. But did you see that thing like a while ago? I think we might have talked about this. I don't know. It was a long time ago, but the guy left his kid in the car while he was playing video games inside.
How are you forgetting your kid?
Not forgetting.
Oh,
he did it
purpose?
often.
Why?
Because they were taking a nap, and he wanted to play video games, so he didn't want to wake them up, because then he would have to actually like watch them and not be able to play his video games.
Oh God, is that my future?
And the kid died. Literally.
Oh my God.
Died.
Sorry, I didn't mean to joke.
No.
That's crazy.
It's literally insane. Like,
did this happen in 2024? Do you know?
What, the kid that died?
No, the kid in the car.
Oh.
With the babysitter?
Maybe. It might have.
December 2024, it says.
Because usually the body cam footage doesn't come out like that.
It says, jury has found a woman who left 10-month-old child in a hot car in 2023 guilty of third-degree murder and sentenced to 17 years in prison. She deserves
life in prison.
Years in prison.
Yeah.
And the death penalty.
Mm-hmm. I agree. That's wild.
I don't know if this is the same person, but...
I don't know, but anyone that leaves their kid in the car, even if they don't die, I think you deserve so many years in prison for that.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it's crazy now that cars have to say, like, don't forget, look in the back seat. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, actually.
Like, don't forget to check the back. Huh? Your literal living, breathing child is back there.
How can you forget that?
How are you forgetting?
Unless you're like, you have a newborn baby and they're keeping you up all night and you're delusional or something.
Yeah,
I can see it, but you shouldn't be driving then. That's the only time I could see it. Right.
Otherwise, what are you doing?
Because sometimes, like, people will wake up in the middle of the night and, like, I see videos where they're just, like, they literally, delusional. Yeah. Because they have no sleep and they wake up so often with, like, a newborn child.
You shouldn't be driving then.
Yeah. You shouldn't be. Or if you have, like, what is it? The psychosis?
I don't know.
Postpartum, yeah.
Yeah.
That is, like, the only way I can see it. Because how are you going to forget your whole ass kid in your car?
I don't know. I mean, I forget everything everywhere, but it's not living.
Yeah.
So it's okay.
Like,
I can forget everything anywhere I want as long as it's not alive.
And you gave birth to it out of your coochie.
No.
Like, what?
Like, dead ass.
I'm never going to forget that.
Nobody's leaving their pet in the back.
I know.
You never hear about that.
Oh, actually.
Well, not on accident.
No.
They're doing it on purpose.
Which
is worse.
And then,
but
yeah.
You don't hear about people leaving their damn dog. Oops, I forgot my dog in the car.
Yeah.
Why are you people forgetting their kids?
Yeah, you shouldn't even have a kid then if you do that. Okay, the title of the next story. Am I the asshole for asking my friend to leave my birthday party because she brought her crying baby? I, 27 female, recently threw a birthday party at my apartment. It was pretty low-key gathering with about 10 friends, lots of snacks, a couple of drinks, and just a fun night hanging out. Everything was going fine until my friend Sarah, 28 female, showed up with her 7-month-old baby. Now, I love Sarah, and I know she's a mom, but I wasn't expecting her to bring the baby to a party, especially since we had planned to play games, drink, and chat. The baby started crying almost immediately when they walked in, and Sarah tried to calm her down, but she was clearly struggling. At first, I thought it was just a momentary thing, but the crying continued for almost an hour, super loud and nonstop. It was hard to hear anything over the noise, and some of the other guests were getting visibly uncomfortable. I eventually pulled Sarah aside and asked her if she could maybe step outside with the baby or take a break in the other room until the baby calmed down. I explained that it was just hard to enjoy the party with the crying. She was clearly upset and told me that I should be more understanding since she can't just leave the baby at home, and she was doing her best to keep her calm. She ended up leaving shortly after, and now she's not speaking to me. I feel bad because I know being a mom is hard, but I also feel like it was my birthday, and I wanted to have a good time without the crying baby. Some people think I was rude for asking her to leave, while others think I was just trying to protect the vibe of the party. Am I the asshole?
No.
You didn't ask her to leave, though, is what I'm confused about. You asked her to step
You
out.
also did not invite that baby.
The
That
baby did
was
not get the
not
invitation.
on the invite, and you didn't RSVP
Yeah.
for the baby.
The bouncer should have kicked the baby out at the door.
There's actually nothing worse than when you make plans with your friends and they bring their kid.
No. Yeah. Wait, yeah. And then not only that, but they don't know how to parent their kid.
Oh, shit.
And they don't bring water for their kid to drink.
But they have an alcohol for themselves.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
Scary.
a yogurt in the sun.
Yeah.
And no sunscreen.
Rotten. No sunscreen is wild.
Crazy. Anyway, back to this story, girl.
But I'm really confused because she asked her to take a break in the other room or step outside.
I agree. She didn't ask her to leave. But she was kind of implying it. But also, don't bring your baby to my birthday party at night and we're drinking at my house or wherever they were, at the house, somebody's house.
Also, I feel like you should have self-awareness to where if your baby is wailing and bailing and jailing, then
get out of there.
Yeah, I'd be like, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm leaving because she won't stop crying.
Right.
Because obviously you bring your baby with the intention of your baby's hopefully going to be calm and not wail and bail.
Yeah.
But
or I'd be like, hey, do you mind if I go in your bedroom and just calm her down and maybe she can lay down and take a little sleepy time in your room? Is it safe in there? What can I do for my child right now? Because I want to stay, but if not,
but I don't want to make everyone listen to my baby cry for a million years.
There's actually nothing I hate more than a crying baby.
The thing is,
that's ruining my vibe.
Yeah.
Not I'm not hating a baby, but I can't.
No, I get it. I get it. I get what you're saying.
To a restaurant, a nice restaurant, that an entree costs $25 or more, that to me means too much money is being spent already. Do not bring your children screaming and hollering or crying and wailing and jailing, because I am gonna be that girl. I'll be a Karen.
I always feel bad because not in that scenario, but in a airplane, because you don't have an option.
Don't. Bring your kid. Don't leave with it. Drive.
What? What if they're going from here to LA?
Take a train.
You're going to make them drive?
Yeah.
No, that's sad.
Why are you going to LA with an infant?
Maybe they have a family emergency. Or they have a funeral to attend or something.
I don't care, girl.
I always feel bad because I feel like the mom, most of the time, they're stressed and they're oh, everyone hates me and is staring at me and looking at me. And a lot of people are doing that. But I'm always oh, I feel bad. I get secondhand. I'm oh my God, I'm so sorry. That must suck.
It's not babies on a plane that piss me off. It's little fucking twerps.
Oh my God, little twerps always kick the back of my seat and I want to literally,
dude,
wind.
I had this mom and her 2 kids, and I always sit in an aisle seat, and she had one kid in the aisle. That's crazy to me. And then she was in the middle, and then the other kid on the other side. So the 2 people who got the 2 best seats in the house, the aisle and the window, were just getting fucking in the back. And I kept going like this.
I do that too.
I turn around and I go, and I look at that little shit.
No, I'll look at the mom.
No,
and
I
be
look at the kid.
Because I want her to be Because the kid doesn't give a shit.
Oh, I'll
If
scare a
anything, he's
kid.
going to be like, aha, I'm going to kick you more. I want the mom to be like, I want her to know that I know she's letting her kid kick me in the back.
I know.
If that was my kid, like, I'd be like, that's not polite. You shouldn't do that.
Literally, the pilot's gonna come back here and throw you out the window if you don't stop.
Emergency exit.
Yeah.
It's opening
I
for
will
you.
tell the kid the button on the seat that makes the chair go back, that's an eject button. If you keep kicking,
I'm pressing
that button, girl. And you're gonna fly out and you'll never see me again.
They'd probably be like, ooh, that's fun.
That's the type of shit that our parents used to tell us.
No, for sure.
They're like, if you turn the light on in the car, the cops are gonna pull me over and I'm going to jail.
Mm-hmm. My dad always used to tell us, this isn't even like that relative, but we had a pool growing up, and he'd be like, if you pee in the pool, it'll turn blue, bright blue.
Oh my God. My dad,
I peed in that pool, and I tested it. And
I
I was peeing in that pool all the time.
There are pools that have that.
Yes.
And I still pee in them.
Me too. Wait, I've never been in a pool that has that.
I've never been in one either, because I've peed in every one.
I pee in pools too.
Dude, this is
chlorine.
It's fine.
It kills the
Whenever
whatever.
I get like drunk in my hometown and we go to the beach and then we'll go back to my parents' house, I am peeing in that pool every time.
Yes.
And I told my dad once and he was actually so mad at me. I was like, it's fine. Like, who cares?
Why am I have to pee so often? Why am I going to get out 5 times and go pee?
Peeing, I have to go. It's not like I'm a guy and I can just whip my dick and pee in the rocks right there. I have to get out of the pool, go in the bathroom, pull my wet bathing suit down, and then pull it back up.
And sit on the toilet with a wet ass, and then wipe, and then the toilet paper gets soaking
Crumbled
wet
into my ass crack, and then I have toilet paper on my ass.
Yes. And then, like, why are you... Okay, you're putting all that chlorine in there, so what's the use?
What are you doing it for?
To clean it.
There's actually nothing worse
kill my
than
pee.
having to pee in a hot tub, because I really feel bad about that.
I usually don't pee in hot tubs.
I don't either.
Unless I'm the only one in there.
I'm not peeing like at the gym.
Not at the gym hot tub. I would not pee in that one.
No, because that's
I
to
peed
me,
at
that's
my
like
community hot tub though.
Same.
But no one was there, and like no one was gonna be
I've
in there.
peed
I
in
was
that.
the only one.
Yeah.
That bad?
Why? What are they gonna do? Call the police?
Is this bad? No.
Guys, is that bad?
I don't get why people. I don't even care if other people pee in the pool with me.
I don't care about someone peeing in the pool with me, but if someone told me, like if we were in a hot tub,
You're like, I'm peeing.
I would be like, you shouldn't have told
Just
me. Like,
don't
I don't
say.
care if you're peeing,
just
but
don't
I don't
say.
really want to think about the fact that I'm now soaking in your hot pee. But it's fine. If I am, I just don't want to know.
Yeah.
It's like I'm gonna shower. This is gross.
This is gross.
I'm
Honestly,
okay with being in your pee.
I felt like I was the only adult that pees in pools. So I feel like very seen and heard that you also pee in pools.
I stay peeing in a pool.
Like, I
don't go into pools often.
Me either.
I'm not swimming very much.
No.
But if I am, you better believe I'm peeing.
And if I'm by a pool, I'm typically not getting in. Unless I get really hot.
Sometimes, though, I'll get out of the pool and I'll pee in the shower by the pool. Which is probably worse because now that my pee's all over the
No, you can rinse it into the rinser.
That's true. I do that at the beach when I can't pee in the ocean. How come I can pee in a pool and not the ocean?
Well, the ocean's like... Whoosh.
It's like jostling.
Well, even when it wasn't really, you couldn't pee.
It's hard.
It was like flat that
pee.
day.
It's also always cold.
Yes. And it makes it hard to pee when it's cold.
But anyway, kids... I don't like them.
Kids aren't invited to a party.
Yeah. And if you want to bring your kid, you should have asked.
Really should have asked.
Yeah.
That's really rude to be just bringing your kid and not asking.
Yeah. I agree.
Because honestly, the girl probably would have said yes.
Yeah, she would have said, yeah, bring her. And then if the kid was crying, she probably still would have been the same outcome.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
But at least you asked.
I would hate if I had to say something like, will you just step in the other room? Because I hate doing shit like that.
People, I feel like don't know how to be compassionate when they're asking for something that they want.
Yeah.
Like, I would have been like, do you want to take her in my room?
Mm-hmm.
Not, can you go in the other room? Like, get out of here.
Get out of here.
I'd be like, hey, come in my room. Like, let's get her, let me help you.
Yeah, I would help. Definitely.
Get in the other room right now because that baby is ruining the vibe.
Like, that's what I said it like that,
in
honestly.
my head.
I feel like she was like, can you just step out? Wait,
does
that's still kind of bad.
Does that make me fake? Because I would say,
no.
let's go in the other room, and then if
you're still annoyed, but
I would
like
talk shit to all my friends about it later. So that kind of makes me a little fake.
Yeah, but at least like you're offering to help, because I'm sorry, if you're not self-aware, you should be punished.
You shouldn't be a parent.
It's a criminal offense to not be self-aware.
I can't wait until I'm a mom and then my kid's just the worst and I'm not able to do any of the things I wish other parents would do.
I know, that's why I'm like a little bit more, I feel like, empathetic, because I know that sometimes it's out of the parents' control.
But I feel like the plane is one thing, but to bring your kid to a nice restaurant and that you have to know your kid is crazy a little. If they're acting that crazy just right now at this restaurant, they have to be 10 times worse at home. So you have to know. Don't go to that restaurant with your child.
I would just say get a babysitter and go.
Or like go to Chili's.
I don't think babies are supposed to be in nice restaurants, period. Because why do they need to eat a gnocchi covered in fucking cream?
On the cruise we went on last year, we got a reservation at the nicest French restaurant that's on the cruise. And I know cruises are like, kids are going to be there. But this restaurant was like $100. Like, my dad had to wear a fucking jacket and pants and full shoes. And he was like, I can't believe I have to wear pants. And there was a screaming baby and a screaming child.
Well, that's kind of hard because they don't have anywhere to put their baby on the cruise.
Go to the buffet. Why are you at this restaurant?
Well, that's true. That's true.
Like, they had a table of like 30 people because it was Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. And I was like, actually so annoyed. And I was also drunk because I got a bottle of rosé by myself. But my mom was like, shh, stop, you're being loud. And I was like, I was screaming about the annoying baby. I was like, I can't believe they would bring that baby in here. This is a nice restaurant. But like, you shouldn't have done that. I mean,
no.
This is not a Disney cruise. Anyway, that's all.
Okay. Anyways.
I'm done.
Bye.
Bye.